seems that the US Fed has managed to convince traders that inflation is under control and the rise in consumer prices will stabilize soon. It means that the US monetary authorities will hardly raise the key interest rate in the near future, and this is the main reason for the market optimism. Of course, the Fed's dovish rhetoric had a negative influence on the US dollar. The US dollar index, which measures the value of the greenback against a basket of 6 major currencies, was trading in the red zone during the previous week. As a result, it lost 0.55% and closed the week at the level of 91.80. At the same time, the US spending, the main driver of the US economy, stagnated. What's more, last week the US government reported on success in the talks on the infrastructure bill. This news boosted interest in riskier assets and exerted pressure on the greenback. Thus, the euro-dollar pair managed to bounce from its 2-month low recorded on Monday. The euro was also supported by hopes for a confident recovery of the European economy. According to the data, in June, business activity in the Eurozone reached the highest level in the last 15 years, amid the withdrawal of some restrictions and a rapid vaccination pace. Moreover, in Germany, consumer and business activity was well above the forecast, and this proves that the Eurozone's largest economy is getting back to speed. The pound versus the American dollar pair showed almost the same dynamic. On Monday, the pair was hovering near its lows. However, the US dollar weakness allowed the British pound to recoup losses even amid the dovish stance of the Bank of England. The regulator kept the monetary policy unchanged. It is not planning to alter it until the UK GDP and inflation approach the targeted levels. Economists suppose that the UK will experience a period of a surge in GDP and inflation, and then both indicators will slow down. Traders of the cryptocurrencies are still waiting for the news that will help Bitcoin leave the sideways channel. Last week, the asset slumped to $28,500 but did not fix at the lows. The price of the first cryptocurrency is still 50% lower than its maximum reading. At the same time, oil prices jumped to the high last seen in October 2018. The asset has been rising for the 5th week in a row amid hopes for mounting demand and smaller supply. Thus, Brent crude exceeded the level of $76 per barrel. Investors are optimistic about oil demand recovery, as due to the vaccination programs in Europe and the US, more and more people can resume traveling. In addition, negotiations on the nuclear deal between the largest economies and Iran showed no results. Importantly, last week gold was hovering near $1,780 per troy ounce, which is not far from its 7-week low. On the chart, we can see that investors have priced in mixed signals from the US Fed about higher interest rates. Now they are waiting for additional information to assess the inflationary pressure. You've watched the combined review of currency and commodity markets on InstaTV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Stay tuned.